So you're starting a company in India. Awesome. Your to-do list is probably a mile long already. But let me tell you, there is one thing that has to be at the very top of that list: getting your digital signature certificate, or DSC. And in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how you do that step by step. And I really want to hammer this point home right from the get-go. This is not optional. It's not something you can get to later. The Ministry of Corporate Affairs has made the DSC an absolute must-have for pretty much every single thing you'll do with them online, starting with the very first step of actually incorporating your company. All right, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to figure out what this digital key actually is. Then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of how to get the right one, and it has to be a Class 3 DSC. After that, we'll walk through registering it on the government's MCA portal. Then we'll look at all the important stuff you can finally do with it. And of course, we'll wrap up by tackling some of the common errors that might pop up along the way. So let's start with the basics. What exactly is this mandatory digital key? Before we dive into the how, let's spend a minute on the what and the why, because it's pretty fundamental to doing business in India today. The easiest way to think about a DSC is like your digital passport and your personal ink pen, all rolled into one super secure little package. It's way more than just a scanned image of your signature. It's actually a cryptographic key that proves you are who you say you are online. It's all built on this incredibly secure system called Public Key Infrastructure, or PKI, which is basically the gold standard for this kind of thing. Now, it's really important to get this distinction. You've probably used an electronic signature 100 times, right? You tick a box, you type your name, that's one thing. A digital signature from a DSC is on a whole other level. It cryptographically locks your identity to that specific document, making it tamper-proof and legally binding in a way that just typing your name could never be. So who needs one of these? Well, as a founder, you're definitely on this list, as a director, but it's pretty much all the key players in your company's legal and financial world. We're talking partners, C-suite executives, and also the professionals you work with, like your chartered accountant and company secretary. Basically, if you're signing official documents, you need your own registered DSC. Okay, so now we know what it is and who needs one. Let's get practical. How do you actually get your hands on your very own DSC? And here's the crucial part. You can't just get any DSC. Not all of them are created equal. For anything you're filing with the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, especially that super important SPICE Plus form to incorporate, you absolutely must have a Class 3 DSC. Think of it as the maximum security version. It provides the highest level of identity verification, which is why the government insists on it. So where do you go? Well, you don't get it from the government directly. Instead, you go to one of these licensed certifying authorities, or CAs. This is the official list right here. You can pick any of them. You've probably heard of some, like eMudhra or Capricorn. They're all authorized to get you set up. And what's this going to set you back? Well, it's pretty reasonable. You're looking at around 1,500 rupees for a DSC that's valid for 2 years. And that price usually includes the whole shebang: the secure USB token that the signature's stored on, the online verification, and even some help with the setup. And the best part? The whole process is now ridiculously fast and completely paperless. Seriously. Thanks to Aadhaar verification, you can just pick your provider online, fill out a quick form, pay, and then verify your identity with a one-time password sent to your phone. The whole thing can be done in as little as 30 minutes, and then your DSC is ready to download. Okay, so now you've got your shiny new USB token with your Class 3 DSC on it. Great. But hold on, you're not quite done yet. The next step is absolutely critical. You have to link, or as they call it, associate, this DSC with your official profile on the MCA portal. This is the step that actually activates it for all your government filings. Before you even start this part, do yourself a favor and get these 4 things ready. First, obviously, the USB token itself plugged into your computer. Second, you need a little piece of software called mSigner running in the background. This lets the website talk to your token. And of course, you'll need your MCA portal login and your director identification number, or DIN. The process itself is pretty straightforward, really. You just log into the portal, find your way to Associate DSC under the MCA Services menu. From there, you'll select your role, director in this case, punch in your details, and then a little box will pop up asking you to choose your certificate. You'll enter your token password, hit submit, and you should get that beautiful success message. So you did it. You got your DSC, you registered it. So what now? Well, now the real fun begins. Your DSC is the key that unlocks the door to all your post-incorporation duties. And look, this really sums it up perfectly. Getting your company registered isn't the finish line, it's the starting gun. The moment that happens, a whole new set of mandatory compliances kicks in, and you've got to be ready for them. And here are just some of the big ones where you'll be using that new DSC right away. You'll need it to file the form to officially start your business, to appoint your first auditor, and of course, for all your big annual filings with the Registrar of Companies. It's essential for pretty much every major legal and financial move you're going to make. And you can't afford to drag your feet on this. For example, the clock starts ticking the second you're incorporated. You have just 30 days to appoint your company's first auditor, and that filing absolutely requires your DSC. So you've got to be on the ball. Now, even though the process is digital, let's be real. Technology isn't always our best friend. So let's talk about a few common hiccups you might run into when you're trying to register your DSC, and more importantly, how to fix them so you don't pull your hair out. This is the classic. It's probably the most common, most frustrating error you can get. You're all ready to go, you click the button to associate your new DSC, and bam! The system tells you it's already registered. It's a real head-scratcher. So what on earth does this mean? It's simple, but critical. A single DSC can only be linked to one MCA user ID at a time. This error means your DSC is already tied to a different account. Maybe it's an old one you forgot about, or one that a consultant set up for you years ago. The fix is to find and log into that original account. If you're totally lost, your best bet is to just contact the MCA help desk. Here are a couple of other quick ones. If your screen just freezes up or says it can't find your DSC, the culprit is usually that mSigner software or your web browser. Try reinstalling mSigner as an administrator this time and clear out your browser's cache. If you get a profile mismatch error, that's just a data issue. It means the PAN number in the form doesn't match your MCA profile. You'll just have to pop over to the profile upgrade page and make sure everything lines up. And that just about covers it. We've gone through the whole journey, from understanding what a DSC is to getting it, registering it, and using it. But as we wrap up, I want you to remember this. Your digital signature certificate isn't just a tech tool for filing forms. In the eyes of the law, it is you. It's your legal identity in the digital world. So the question I'll leave you with is this: how are you going to protect it?